Good afternoon, all. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. I see I got some new subs today. So thank you for joining and welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. For those of you who are new, we are a social commentary / story time channel where we discuss social issues of the day, lots of mental health topics, but not exclusively, and other social issues of the day. Commentary for the marginalized, if you will. And today's video is going to be a little difficult to do. For those of you who don't know, Gary, hi Meg, hi Happy Pants. Great to see you both. Okay, before I go on, this is regarding Gary on his second channel. Gary, oh, well, welcome, Happy Pants. Good to see you. Welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chic. So anyways, this is a partial response. This stream is going to remain in a very narrow scope. I'm not going to address the other pieces that Gary touched upon in yesterday's video when he talks about talking about Dr1ven Industries and his latest, I don't know what to call it, but I am only going to, anyways, the scope is narrow, because there was one piece about it that really concerned me and sent up alarm bells, because there is a flip side of that coin, and I will get to that. Before I go on, please, please, please do not send any hate to either Gary or Dr1ven Industries. This is not in any way. I am going to be sharing a personal story illustrating why one of the pieces in Gary's video sent up red flags for me, and I'm going to play that clip now. Okay, so here we go. Figuring out StreamYards. Okay, figuring out StreamYards. It's always fun. All right. Okay, here's the clip in question. Hang on, I'm having a little computer issue here. Okay.
This next video clip I'm about to show you, it is literally a young person. I don't know how young they are, but they're obviously not 18, because they literally ask Eric, how can I talk to you, but my parents don't want me to?
I really want to talk to you, but my parents won't like you. What can I do? You message me through Instagram. Can I do? You message me through Instagram.
Why would you have someone who is under the age of 18, whose parents doesn't want them to talk to you? They said they're not going to like me to talk to you. Why would you tell them to hit you up on Instagram? That's the only question I'm going to ask. I personally would have straight up and said, well, if your parents don't want you talking to me, then maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should listen to your parents. The next clip I'm about to
Okay, that's the only thing I'm going to address in today's stream. That is the only thing I'm going to address. I'm going to start off by saying, Gary, given that you have talked about on your main channel, Bipolar Corner, about your own troubled childhood. I'm not going to rehash it here. If anybody's interested, go to Bipolar Corner's channel. He's done videos about this. I'm just going to say, Gary, I'm sure you might have appreciated someone you could turn to, an adult that you can turn to, just like I did when I was young. Now, for those of you who have followed me for some time, know that I grew up in an abusive household. Both my parents were alcoholics. My father was violent, and I was bullied in school. So I was not safe in school. I was not safe at home. Okay, I was not safe at home. Yeah, Meg, I'm getting to the undermining the parental authority. Okay, I'm getting to that. I promise, I'm getting to it. Now, I was not safe at school. I was not safe at home, and I couldn't turn to a teacher because teachers enabled the bullying. Teachers did not listen. I was too afraid to tell my teachers because my father was a high school teacher himself, and he was a regional union rep for the Teachers Association. He knew almost all my teachers, and he knew the principals of the schools, and I went to 4 different high schools. So I couldn't trust them either, the teachers. And it has been in my experience, okay, when I was 13, for instance, I was being sexually harassed by other boys. And one day I fought back. Okay, I kicked him in the shins. The leader of that group, I kicked him in the shins. And for fighting back, I got suspended from school. The teacher called my parents. And my father gave me a beating which lasted like forever. I'm sorry. Oh, I knew this was going to be tough. That particular beating left me with migraines. And I'm almost deaf in my right ear. I still get flashes of that night. The next day I'd gone to school and I had bruises all over me. So they couldn't ignore it, the school officials. They called the school social worker. And she said that, yeah, they would have to tell my parents. But I was so scared that I would get it worse if they knew. I was so terrified I would get it worse. So I was dreading the letter from the school social worker. And that's when I learned I couldn't trust school staff anymore. It confirmed to me that I couldn't trust them. It did lead to my father not touching me again until after a couple of years later, it started all over again. And I couldn't trust people at school, really. We were living in a small rural town, the type of town that if somebody down the street was clipping their fingernails, you would hear it. If somebody farted, you knew about it, type of thing. And it was hard. But there was a woman, she was the mother of a classmate. We're going to call her Cindy because I'm not going to use her real name because I want to protect her privacy. I have not been in touch with Cindy for years, but in part, I want to give a tribute to her. She was the mother of a classmate. Sorry, I thought I could get through this. I honestly thought I could get through this. Oh God, I'm probably gonna. My parents didn't want Cindy talking to me either. She undermined my parents' authority. She continued to talk to me because she knew I had nowhere else to turn. She had become my safety line, and eventually when things got too bad and I needed to be moved out of my home because of my own safety, she took me in. It was just before Christmas. We were living in a rural area. Services weren't as they were today. And child abuse was still very much taboo. If Cindy had abided by my parents' wishes, I don't know how I would have survived my teens. Okay? And this is why when I saw that portion and I saw the comment section on Gary's video, all saying, how dare Eric undermine parental authority? I'm not saying Eric is not problematic or one way or another, and I'm not going to address the other pieces. I just want to address that piece, that the how dare he undermine parental authority. I'm not even suggesting whether Eric is an appropriate resource or not. Not one way or another. I'm only saying that sometimes you cannot talk to your parents, you cannot talk to your teachers, and you cannot talk to the school guidance counselor. What would happen to me if Cindy had abided by my parents' wishes. The alcoholism, the violence in my household was a very dark, secretive world. And it was... Sorry, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, God. Okay. And that's why I will not, and if anything on social media, this brings me to my next point. Anybody been following the Onision saga? That girl, Sarah, one of Onision's alleged victims. Okay. If anyone recalls, and it's documented, Sarah, when she was a teenager, when she was a minor, she left what is documented as a very bad home situation. I'm not entirely sure of the details, but it's documented that she fled a very bad home life. To flee a bad home life and to run off to strangers on the internet, you have to be pretty desperate. And don't get me wrong, Onision and Kai are very much responsible for the harm that came to Sarah. But I always believed that some of that blame has to go to whoever was raising her at that time. Because if her home life were okay, what would have been the likelihood for her to run off with strangers? I was lucky that Cindy was a mom. She was more of a mom to me than anyone else was. She would give me hugs. She would talk to me and listen to me. And I knew for whatever time I spent with her, I was okay. But other kids are not that lucky. Other kids are not that lucky. Again, I am not saying Eric is be a bad choice or whatever. I don't know what would have been the appropriate response, but that's the piece I wanted to address. That's the piece I wanted to address. Adults should not, don't defy your parents' wishes. Don't defy your parents. Because we don't know about this kid who may have been trying to reach out to Eric. We don't know about this kid's home life. And I'm not going to be quick to judge. Hi, Jiffy. I'm glad to see you here, Jiffy. Hi, LaDonna. Oh, yes, I will drop a link to Lisa. Yes, I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? Lisa Duncan, who is one of my latest mods. She has a great channel here. Let me go to her channel. She talks about chronic illness. She is also a member of my Discord server. She is also a member of my Discord server, and she's also, I'm proud to call her a friend these days too, one of my newest friends. So I'm going to go show her some love. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you. Good to see you, Nicole. Like I said, I'm not here to address the other pieces of Gary's video. At this time, I have no comment about that. That was the one thing, the piece where he said, you shouldn't defy your parents' wishes. And if Cindy had, and all I wanted to talk about was my experience, if Cindy had she abided by my parents' wishes, I don't know how I would have survived my teen years. And that's all basically what I wanted to say, Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, boy. I hear you, Jiffy. I hear you. You understand. And I want to thank you all for listening to me. I want to thank you all for listening to me. Like I said, I want no hate sent to Gary. I want no hate sent to Eric. Okay? This is not what this is about. Okay? I'm just a little surprised given when Gary confessed about his own childhood. I would have thought I would like to think he would understand where I am coming from. It's not his fault he didn't know. But I honestly hope he gets a chance to hear what I just said. And he understands what happened. Hey, Wraith. Hey, Wraith. Oh. Oh my God. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Hang on. Thank you for sticking around. And it brings me to my next point. And yes, this is a taboo topic that goes against YouTube terms of service. But hell, we need better resources for children who are living perhaps in an unsafe household, whether it's due to abuse or whatever. We need better resources. Like I said, I was lucky. But how many others are not like, and I'm thinking about, yes, Sarah, one of the alleged victims of Onision. I'm thinking about kids like that. And I think we shouldn't be, and all I wanted to say is we shouldn't be so quick to judge. You know, if an adult, you know, and that's what I said. I was going to do this stream keeping to this very narrow scope. Like I said, I will not be addressing any of the other issues, the pieces that Gary did in his video. I will not be addressing that today. Yeah, they are here too. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. Hi. Oh, hi, Wraith. I'm trying. So, you know. Oh, boy. I'm so glad you're all here, and I'm so glad you were all understanding me. I mean, I knew you would once you heard my side of the story, why I disagreed with Gary on this fundamental point. I'm sure. But I was scared doing this because I was scared of having a meltdown, and I did. You know. Who's Gary? Bipolar Corner. He has a second channel called Gary Unfiltered. And the video in question is from his second channel. Like I said, no hate to Gary at all, please. I did want to leave a comment on his page, but it decided against it because unfortunately, the last thing I need, okay, she who shall remain nameless, okay, likes to troll me. And I really don't need her grief right now. So I decided not to comment. I decided against commenting on his channel. Okay, I really don't need her grief right now. You know? To be fair, he has a little bit rigid thinking through no fault of his own. And I get that, Meg. Oh, hi, Kim. I hope you're doing better. Thanks for sharing Lisa's link in the channel, LaDonna. Yeah, go sub up to Lisa Duncan. She does Monday nights these days. She's covering a series on opioid addiction. So some of you might find that, many of you find that helpful. There's research. She has guests on. It's great. She does a live stream every day. It's about living with chronic illness, and she's built a wonderful community of people who suffer from chronic illness or people who want to get to know us who suffer from chronic conditions. So yeah, go show her some love. Yeah. Yeah. It's very uneventful at the gallery since no one is here today. Oh dear, I'm sorry, Lily. But I don't need to catch an international case. Yeah. To be fair, thanks, LaDonna. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks to everybody. Wraith, Jiffy, Lily, Kim. Meg, Marina. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all, you're very welcome, Lisa. You did the same thing for me. You did the same thing for me, Lisa, and I greatly appreciate you too. I'm glad, I am very thankful for the community I've built here, So that's why sometimes I'm afraid of disagreeing with somebody who's in the mental health community. But on the other hand, I'd always been about holding others to account, whether it's popular or not. And I prefer to do my own research before I go off, I don't jump on any bandwagon. I do my research. But like I said, I just wanted to address this particular piece. Thank you, Jiffy. Thanks, Marina. Thanks, Kim. I'm better now. I will leave up the stream. I was just talking about a trying childhood experience, which I can't seem to talk about without having a meltdown. I hope you're doing a little bit better, Kim. I hope you're doing a bit better, Kim. Yeah. Thank you, Wraith. I appreciate that. Yes, and I always try, and I think I always try and do a good job, I don't want to alienate anybody in the community, in the communities that I've built around me, I don't want hate sent anybody, because that's what it's not about. I only wanted to say that this was an alarm bell when Gary said what he said about, like it was like kind of like clutching their pearls. They're defying the parental wishes. And sometimes that is a necessity because we don't know. In my case, my parents didn't want, it was because they weren't worried about my safety with Cindy. No, they were worried about keeping their secrets. And more often than not, when that happens, it's the parents or whoever in the household, they want their secrets kept. And they will do anything to make sure those secrets are kept. Very dark secrets, Thank you, Lisa. I agree with that. Oh, thank you, Kim. It's okay, Kim. I know what you've been going through. Oh, thank you, Meg. I appreciate that. I thank you. And I appreciate your Welsh love, Jiffy. And I've never been one, just because I'm friends with one, I have to be enemies with their enemies. That's everybody who's followed me for a while knows that's not what I'm about. And I never will be about that. I will never be about that. I think I got through the worst of it, though, getting out my story. I think I got through the worst of it. But if Gary watches this video, and I hope he does, and I hope he realizes this is not coming from a bad place or any ill will toward him or anybody else for that matter. I just wanted to say that sometimes, kids need an adult that they can trust, and sometimes the parents are the ones that make things unsafe. Sometimes, like in my case, I couldn't trust guidance counselors. I couldn't trust teachers. Teachers enabled bullying. And like I said, because my father was the regional teachers rep, he knew everybody. He knew all the teachers. I couldn't trust. Celtic sister from another mother. All the Celts are here. Cool. Cool. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Wraith. Did I thank you all already? Oh, God, my short-term memory is sucky today. My short-term memory is so sucky today. But anyways, so that's okay, Nicole. It happens. Nicole, I leave up all my live streams, so you're free to watch them at your leisure anytime you like. For those who don't know already, I have a Discord server, which is adults only. Okay, it's an adults only server, 18 years and over. You can come if you want to vent, if you want to look for like-minded people. Pretty much everyone in my server is people with mental health issues, people with chronic illness. I have a wonderful community of people in the Discord that is growing. And I hope those of you who have not joined, do consider joining. I will get the link in my Discord now. Actually, Rafe, if you can you put the link to our Discord server in the chat, please? Please. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course, Lisa. Go get some rest. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by my stream. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Rafe. Thank you, Rafe Phoenix, for putting the link in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. So we are an awesome group of people. You can come and, vent to non-judgmental people, because it is a safe place to turn to. Or you can just come and shoot the shit, so they say. Share your music, share your artwork, share your YouTube channel, share your writing. It's a place to do it. It's a great place. So if you haven't joined already, I hope you consider joining, for those who haven't. Yeah. Oh, boy. Thank you all for remaining here with me. Thank you for remaining here with me. Yes, Nicole. Yes, Nicole, we have, so it's people, chronic illness, mental health issues. There are a few recovering addicts there too, and it's a server for 18 and over. I did that. I put up the server largely in response because I had noticed a lot of the Discord servers had kids, and I'm not comfortable with having kids in my. I wanted a place for adults only, and so I built that space, and I'm proud of it. Thank you, Meg. I'd like to hear you talk freeform more often. You're such a strong person. I don't know how strong I am these days, Meg, but thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm okay now, Nicole. I'm getting better. It's just I had to deal with a very difficult subject about my own youth because I felt a need to respond. Yeah. Because I think right now this illustrates, given what happened to me, like I said, I was lucky I had Cindy. Sarah was not so lucky going to Onision and Kai. And what this tells me is I think there needs to be better resources for kids. Kids who don't feel safe, they feel they can't trust the school system. Things at home are not great. Every kid deserves a safe space. Every kid. And I think most of you in the chat who are parents can agree with me on that. I am not a parent, but I'm confident that most of you could agree that a kid needs a safe place. They need somebody to talk to, a trustworthy adult they can talk to, so they don't fall down the rabbit hole like the Onisions of this world, I was hey, Great Grizzly, good to see you. The hat is a secret crown. Hey, Kay. Oh, thank you, Kay. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, we don't want you driving and texting. Yeah, that wouldn't be, no. Yeah, great to see you, Kay. So, yeah, and hi, Grizzly. I think you're new to my streams, eh, Grizzly? Well, welcome to Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Trust me, I usually don't get this emotional in a live stream. Scout's honor. Scout's honor. So if anybody, right now I'm going to turn toward you, the chat. I want to thank you all for letting me get out what I had to say. That was difficult. And, so I'm free to address you all now. If you have any questions, you have any comments, feel free to ask them. If you have, feel free to ask them right now. Hey, resting bitch face. Great to see you here. Great to see you here, resting bitch face. Oh, wow. Seeing a lot of new people, new faces. Trust me, for those of you who are new, I don't always melt down on a live stream. Scout's honor. Ask the veterans who come here. They can tell you. It's just something I felt strongly about. And I got it out. For those who are late coming in, I will leave as I do with all my streams, I will leave it up publicly so you can watch it at your own leisure. What's the best thing Cindy ever cooked for me? She made me mac and cheese once. At that time, it was before I went vegan, long before my vegan days. She made mac and cheese. She had a lot of snacks. Mostly she talked to me. She listened to me. She was my confidant. I knew nothing I said to her would get back to my parents. And like I said, she did take me into her home. You know, it was Christmas. It was a bad time with my parents, like a really bad time to the point where my life was in danger. Yeah, I know it's hard to imagine that your life can be in danger at the hands of your own father, but it happens. It happens. You know? It happens. And I think like I said, I mean, if a kid were to come up to me and said they needed somebody to talk to because they had nowhere to turn, the answer is yes, I would. And if applicable, I would even send them to appropriate resources that I know I trust. Like Dans la Rue here in Montreal, there's an organization called Dans la Rue that deals with the population 14 and up. A lot of runaways, and they're a great resource. They're a great resource. They provide a safe space for these kids. So yeah, Dans la Rue is one organization I trust. That was started by Father Emmett Johns, the late Father Emmett Johns, who everybody referred to as Pops. Well, Pops passed away a couple of years back, but his legacy in this city still lives on. And that's the resource I would refer to, you know. And I don't want to be thought of as a PRED if, let's say, a kid came up to me and said they had nowhere to turn and they needed somebody to talk to that they trust. I would not want to be referred to as a PRED. Sorry, I can't say that word on YouTube. YouTube and their language regulations. Hey. Yes, it is more common, you know? Yeah. Snacks, fuck the FTW. Yeah, macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. There was chocolate. There was chocolate and mac and cheese. I always felt safe in Cindy's home. Cindy's home was a nice home, and it was a very safe home. Comfortable, you know. She would give me hugs and stuff, you know. She would give me hugs. She offered me affection, you know, that I wasn't getting at home. You know? Yeah. I've had clients' kids do this with me because they trusted me and I had no issue. Yeah, and I'm glad these kids could trust you, Kay. I'm really glad. Because I think every kid needs a safe space, you know. And I think, you know, my heart goes out to kids like Sarah, for instance. Well, now a young woman. Sarah is now an adult. You know, and like I said earlier in this stream, yes, what Onision and Kai did or allegedly, we got to say, allegedly, what they did with Sarah and all those other young women is atrocious, to put it politely. But in the case of Sarah, part of that has to go with whoever was raising her at that time to make her feel compelled to flee, to move in with questionable strangers she was following on the internet. And that's something I don't want to see either anymore with another kid. I would like to see kids be able to meet trustworthy adults that they can feel safe with, they can be safe with. Another Cindy. Know what I mean? As a parent, yes, children need safe places and adult advocates. Yes, exactly. Yeah, LaDonna's a parent too. Kay is a parent. Marina. Not sure. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you just out of curiosity. You don't have to if you don't want to. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a parent. Put a 2 if you're not. If you want. I ran away at 16 for 6 months with internet friends. Yeah. You see, and this is the kind of thing I would like. I mean, I don't know what kind of experience that was for you, Meg. 1, You have 2 teen boys, resting bitch face. Okay, cool. Journey. I know Nicole, Real Talk Recovery, if she's still here, she has a child. She has a child. Lisa is the mother of children. It ended up out of the frying pan and into the fire. Oh, really? And sadly, that is the case for a lot of these kids, right? That is the case for a lot of these kids. And I don't know what the solution is, honestly. But I think we need to find one, you know, because there are too many kids. For those who don't know already, who are new, I also used to work as a secretary for my province's Department of Youth Protection. I assisted social workers. I assisted administrative assistants. So I can't talk about what I saw because confidentiality, I'm still legally bound to confidentiality. But this to say that my working experience also led me to this belief that we need to do better, you know, and sometimes we can't always trust the officials like teachers, guidance counselors, social workers. We can't, or a child, you know, cannot for whatever reason. So that's why, you know, the organization, if there's an organization where you live that is similar to Dans la Rue, which I described, I think that's good. Dans la Rue, like I said, they help kids over the age of 14 who a lot of them are runaways. Yeah. You're a formal social worker, resting bitch face? I didn't know that. Well, congratulations. Okay, I didn't know that. You know, I don't mean to insult social workers. I hope you know that. I admire the work that they do. I'm just saying sometimes a kid can't trust. Because as I mentioned earlier in the stream, I told the school social worker what had happened to me. And they ended up telling my parents. And that made things a lot hairier. A lot hairier. Just saying, you know, and I think we need to do better. Children who are going to be looking after us when they grow up, right? In some shape or form, they're going to be looking after us. They're going to be taking over the world. They're going to be the new generation of doctors, teachers, lawyers, you know, writers, artists. We want them to grow up to their full potential. And it's hard to do if it doesn't start with the basics, you know, the basic foundation, a safe home, safe space at school, you know? No, I get it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, resting bitch face. No, but there are problems in social work as well. We need to acknowledge that as well. It's not hate. No, true, Kay. I'm not going to disagree with you on that either. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm not. But, you know, and it was all this to say, you know, because I had, you know, like I said, I got triggered when I heard, you know, when Gary in his video said, must abide by the parents, it must abide by the parents' wishes. And I was kind of triggered by that. And I was kind of surprised that it came from him, given his own background. Again, I'm not going to talk about his background. He has a couple of videos he did. You can go to his channel and check that out for yourselves. And this is no hate to Gary. I just wanted to explain why sometimes a kid might turn to an adult despite their parents' wishes. You know? This is no, and again, I want no hate sent to Gary or to Dr1ven Industries. I don't. And that's the only piece I said I was going to address. I'm not going to address any of the other pieces today because this was hard enough for me. Emotionally, this was hard enough for me, but I just had to say it, that it's not so clear cut. You know, sometimes it's just not so clear cut. And at the same time, provide a tribute to Cindy, you know? Oh yes, Cindy had hot, you know, Cindy was, it was comfort. It was home. She was like a mom. Yep, as parents, we need to put our ego aside and understand kids don't always feel comfortable with their parents, and we need to reflect on ourselves that way. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, LaDonna. Yeah, you have a couple of sons, eh? Yeah, as well, LaDonna. Yeah. You know? Okay, good to, yeah. I was also triggered, as you know, Fedora last night. It's very emotional. Yes, I remember that. I'm not going to talk about our conversation because to respect your privacy, I would never divulge private conversations, as you know. But yes, I know what you're saying, Marina. And I hope you understand where I am coming from today. You know what place I am coming from today. Because for me, it had to be said. For me, it had to be said. And like I said, I hope Gary sees this video. I hope he does. I really do. I hope he does, because I would like him to hear what I just said. Again, I want no hate. Oh, God, why is my webcam acting up? I want no, I just want him to know the other side of it. That's all. I want him to know the other side. And that's all I wanted to do, That's all I wanted to do of this afternoon's stream. And Marina, I'm glad you understand me, because I told you earlier about my own story about that, Because sometimes, like I said, when a parent says they don't want you divulging secrets, it usually means they have deep, dark secrets in that household they want to keep hidden. It was certainly the case in my household. Certainly the case in my household. Oh, I'm sorry about your internet. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jiffy. Thank you. I'm so glad you're all here supporting me. I'm so glad you're all here supporting me. Like, you're not hateful at all, love. Sorry to be the one to tell you. Thank you, Jiffy. FKD. What is FKD? What are you saying, Meg? What is FKD? Thank you, Marina. What is FKD? Sorry, I'm not. I see, remember, I'm old and not cool. I'm old and I'm not cool. So what does FKD stand for? Thank you, Kay. FKD. Yeah, sorry, I still have to learn internet shorthand. I still have to learn it. I'm not hip. I am not hip. Oh, wow. And Kay here, for those who don't know, Kay also has a channel, Journey to Find Kay. She talks about mental health, and she reacts to the Rewired Soul, and even takes the painstaking task of reading his blog so we don't have to. Yay. Yeah. Hang on, I want to check something. Hold on. I'm terrible at multitasking, as we all know. I'm so horrible at multitasking. Yeah. Okay, where was I? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's what it means. Okay, it means fucked. Okay, oh, I just said a bad word. YouTube, come strike me now. Come strike me now, YouTube. Terms of service. Yeah. Thank you, YouTube terms of service. Thank you. So in other news, okay, like I said, now, okay, I have a Discord server. Many of you in the chat have already joined. For those of you who haven't, the link is in the description box. If one of my mods can put up my Discord server in the chat once again, that would be greatly appreciated. Come and join. It's 18 years and older only, my server. And what else is coming up? This Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am doing another collab with Ray Phoenix. We are going to be talking about IRL friends and real life friends versus online friends. And that's what we're going to be, that's going to be the topic of discussion for Saturday afternoon's live stream with Wraith Phoenix, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. I hope you can join us. And yes, I promise I will be on my best behavior. I will be on my best behavior. Yeah. So, Amy, hi. Hi, Amy. No, it's good to see you now. It's good to see you now. You'll take the hit. You'll take the hit. Thanks for putting the Discord server on. Oh, I thought you had 2 sons, LaDonna. Oh, good, cool. You have 1 of each. I see he make you twitch with annoyance. And you're really funny. Thanks, Wraith. So yeah, that's Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Who my guest will be Wraith Phoenix, and that's the topic of this Saturday afternoon: in real life friends versus online friends. This was a topic that some people had requested that I talk about, and I deliver within reason. I deliver. In other words, I will not get into a silly costume and start singing. I have to draw the line somewhere. You know, yeah, I have to draw the line somewhere. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I hope to see all of you there Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a fun discussion. It should be a really cool discussion. And it's not going to be scientific or sciencey or anything like that. It's going to be we're going to be talking about our own experiences pretty much with that, or our opinions. Rather, we're going to be giving our opinions. So it'll be straightly, race opinions and my opinions. And it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. Hey, Driven. So it's going to be a fun time. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And right now, my short-term memory is sucking right now. So anyways, yeah. So that will be Saturday afternoon. And what else is coming up? If anybody has any topic suggestions, go to anybody have any topic suggestions they want to hear me and see me talk about, please let me know. And I will see what I can do. Yeah, I will see what I can do. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have got to try not to have meltdowns on camera again. Yeah. I'm grateful for every one of you. I really am. I really am. I'm just a little messed up right now. I'm just a little messed up right now. And I'm getting a headache. Yeah. I'm getting a headache right now. Thank you, Kay. It's just sometimes we're all expected to be strong and stoic, We're all expected to be strong and stoic. And lately, I don't do strong and stoic all that well. Yes, we're going to have a fun time, Wraith. You'll see. You and I are going to have a fun time. Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our collab. We talk about in real life friends versus online friends. This was a requested topic. And we will, with Wraith's help, I will deliver. We will deliver. Wraith and I will both deliver. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on much longer. I've already been on for about 45 minutes. I'm not going to stay on much longer because I really need to collect myself and I really need to deal with a headache right now. I really need to deal with a frickin' headache right now. And once again, I don't want anybody sending any hate anybody's way, okay? This is not what we're about here at all, okay? I don't want any hate sent anybody's way at all. I will, Kay. Trust me, I will. I will try and take a nap. I will try to take a nap. I will try. Thanks, Ray. Oh, God. Good. I love you all. I love my community. I love you all. Go lie down. Bye-bye, CK and everybody. It was a pleasure to hear your story. Thank you so much, Meg, for stopping by. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping off in the next 5 minutes. Thank you. I'm going to be jumping off in the next 5 minutes. Right now, I want to take the last 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions or comments, please let me know now. Or if you prefer to wait till later in the comments section, you may do so. And the stream will be kept up for those who jumped in late or who had to leave early or who couldn't be here right now. The stream will be left up as always. Yeah, I get migraines. That's one of the injuries I was left with, resting bitch face, about one of the beatings I got from my father. Okay, it left me with chronic migraines, and I'm partially deaf in my right ear, and I also have a bad case of tinnitus out of that ear. All because I fought a boy back for grabbing me in very inappropriate places. But the school had a no fighting policy, a zero tolerance fighting policy. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry, I do get stuck with a lot of migraines. I have been followed by neurologists for them over the past several years. So if there are any last comments or questions. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay. Okay. I want to thank you all so much for listening, for taking the time to listening to my side of it. I really want to thank you for taking the time to listen. Oh God, I'm sorry, resting bitch face. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh God, yeah, and I can definitely relate. I can definitely relate. So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the thing to do with the only thing we can do is try to manage the best we can, right? You know? It's the only time we can, just do the best we can, right? Yeah. So, I think I'm going to end this stream because I'm going to end this stream. This is a good discussion. I want to thank you all for taking the time and for keeping an open mind to listening to my side and my experience, and as to why sometimes it's important for an adult to defy a parent's wishes sometimes. And I want to thank you for listening to my experience and my story, and for keeping an open mind. Sorry about that. Okay. So like I said, Saturday afternoon will be a happier stream. Okay. So join Ray Phoenix and I at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard on Saturday afternoon. I hope to see you all there, and we should have a lot of fun. It'll be the contrary to this stream. Okay. And I will be better behaved. And like I said, if you haven't already, join my Discord server. It's 18 years and older only. And it's a fun group. I've got there's a great group, bunch of people there that you can all make friends. I know I have. And I highly recommend it, even if I do say so myself. And if you have any video topic suggestions, please leave them. Please let me know. Either hit me up on Discord, hit me up on Twitter. I don't use Instagram anymore because with my fine motor skills, the way they are, I really cannot play with a phone. I get impatient playing with a phone, with a touch screen. So I like my actual old-fashioned keyboard. So hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Discord, or leave a comment below when the stream is up, okay? I want to say I love you all, and I'm grateful for the community. If there's one thing I'm grateful about the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 is the community I have started to build. Okay, and I am grateful for you all. Thank you for putting the Discord link, Ray. Thank you. So I'll see you all. I'll see you all on Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going to come on tomorrow, but I will see you all Saturday. I hope to see you all. And for the please leave a like if you like this video, or if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. It's all engagement. And I want to thank you for sticking around. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And if there is somebody vulnerable in your midst, please take the time to look in on them. It might make all the difference in the world in their lives. Please. If we can help just one person, we're already starting to win the battle. So, Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick over and out. Have a great afternoon. Happy Thursday evening, everybody. Bye for now. Okay.